Now we will speak about fire alarms with Mr. Lino Cavicchioli, owner of Offmec SRL. Mr. Cavicchioli, which type of product do you offer for safety at work? These are fire alarms which serve as carrying out all the emergencies linked to fires. They go from pre-alarms up to the actual fire alarms if the case arises. Our equipment is very technological and has a unique branded name which is registered and can be identified as such. They are very technological and advanced, that aside from their normal functions, they are fluid safety controls. These fluids can be compressed air to toxic substances, but they are all dangerous because even compressed air, in the event of a fire, feeds the fire and puts it in a dangerous situation, putting safety at risk for those who have to come and put out the fire without looking at the economical damage.
Poi in secondo ordine sono quelli che intervengono per domare l'incendio senza trascurare i danni anche economici.
A certain weight is given by the economical damage, in that the sooner you can put out a fire, then more damage can be avoided.
Questi danni, ma pensando alla sicurezza che è la cosa più importante, e visto che con la nostra evacuazione
Safety is the most important thing, and with our evacuation methods this means avoiding the fire, because when fluids are toxic and poisonous there can be very disastrous consequences.
altri o tossici nocivi potrebbero esserci delle conseguenze molto gravi.
So this is a prevention system,
Senz'altro, perché tramite
without a doubt. Also because, thanks to these revealers, there are sensors already available in the market, which go to identify the emergency conditions of the fire. Before a fire develops, there are the conditions that can bring on a fire. Thanks to these revealers and our central plant, there is a pre-alarm. With the pre-alarm, we can send out advisory signals, flashing lights, and communications by telephone, as our central plant is linked to the telephone lines. So they put an operator in the condition of being able to act.
Se gli operatori sono pronti ad intervenire, normalmente l'incendio non si innesca.
Yes, if the operators are ready to intervene, then the fire doesn't even start. The office, the warehouse, or whatever it is, has personnel who act sooner and can intervene in a short space of time, thanks to the communications by telephone and calling the fire brigade. We put clients in the position of being able to act quickly.
Nelle condizioni di intervenire il più presto possibile.
Ecco, una cosa fondamentale, direi, in tutti i sistemi antinfortunistici, comunque in tutti i sistemi di prevenzione.
Something fundamental, I believe, for all fire alarm and prevention systems is the maintenance. What type of maintenance is required?
Guardi, sono qualitativamente molto elevati, non richiedono praticamente manutenzione.
There is hardly any maintenance needed. We ask and we advise to carry out tests every 3 months to check all is working well. They also have the characteristic of working 24 hours without being activated. They are reactive and work without networks and electrical supply because they have batteries which remain constantly charged up. So even in particular situations, like if lightning struck and in the absence of electricity, they are always active and efficient. Now let's talk about costs. What investment does a company have to face if they want to install your fire alarm system?
Direi costi molto contenuti.
I would say that the costs are well kept. This is because we have a large collection of products, and this collection for dimension characteristics is aimed at satisfying all small businesses and large companies. Just think that a company with a reduced dimension with less than €2,000 has a complete system that is functional and that is very important. Here in front of us we have the fluid security system we had talked about. Now if you could give us a demonstration of how it works. Let's stimulate the smoke sensor so that we can show you how the system works. The central plant has gone into act, and as we can see there are a series of mechanisms from the central plant. Above all, we can see the sensor which has gone into alarm, so we are able to reveal the danger and get into position. We can see the extinguishing systems that have started up. The telephone call has been sent to the emergency services. The opening of the fireproof doors.
Di emergenza agli enti di cui predisposti.
The opening of the fireproof doors. The shutdown of the electrical energy. The closure of the glass valve. The compressor has been switched off. The cistern has been emptied outside. All these functions have meant that the fire doesn't cause any explosions or is fed.
O non venga alimentato.